Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ken, and you're watching Ken's Cuts. In this episode, we were going to put together a recap of the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria that happened last weekend out in Greentown, Indiana. I got back to work this week and decided this morning to start editing video for my Sunday episode and realized that I never did an intro from the fairground. So here we are, marooned in the garage. It's a soggy Saturday here in New Jersey. We had a horrific storm roll through here again last night. It rained all night. There's standing wood in the backyard. The lawn needs mowing. Can't get to the firewood. Everything is soaked. And it's brutally cold. Northwest New Jersey actually got 5 inches of snow and ice overnight. They got hit pretty hard. My wife's little cousin is without power. She's got the stove going, keeping the house warm. And we're marooned to the garage here. So anyway, just wanted to do a quick intro, talk about the weekend of the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria. I've got some stickers here that I gathered up at the event and wanted to take a second and talk about some of them. And then we'll get right into the video. The first clip that you're going to see is actually Jenin and his little brother offloading. Those guys are from the 7-6 guys in Indiana. They're real close to Mike at K&L. And the first video that you're going to see is actually Jack's trailer getting unloaded with Wolcott's 1222. So we no sooner got there, piled out of the truck, Jenin and his brother showed up with the mini skid steer and started. So I just hit record and recorded throughout the day and shot plenty of clips. I've probably got about a good 20 minutes of video to share with you guys, but I just wanted to do a quick intro here in the garage and talk about the new stickers and business cards and things that I've got taped up. I met Marlon and Emily from Twin Rivers. They're in Middle Tennessee. They've got a YouTube channel. I met them. They've got Easton made equipment on order. They wanted to see everything in person. Got to run the 24D. Emily got to run the Axis. They're a great family. A new channel just getting going. They monetized in something like 53 days. They've got 1,500 subscribers, and they've got a ton going on related to firewood, wood hauling, processing for firewood, processing barbecue wood, etc. So I met them, started following them on their channel, and they think they've got a little operation. And I think they're killing it. They're knocking it out of the park. And they're going to be absolutely thrilled with their new blue and orange equipment from Easton Made. They've got a 24D and an Axis coming. Both of them are going to have conveyors attached. And the truck is probably en route to Middle Tennessee as I'm recording this. So I got to meet them and their family. I've got the Hoosier Firewood sticker that Mike was giving out to all of the volunteers. I got to meet Logger Jason in person. And the rest of the guys, Chris in the Woodyard. I've got Chris's sticker, but I put that bad boy on the Axis. It is huge, and I had a perfect spot for it. So I might share a picture of Chris's sticker on my Axis somewhere here throughout the video. Also got to meet Dell in the backyard with Dell. And I also met Tyler in person, got his stickers, Firewood Fella. He does a lot of collaboration with Chris and Kenny out there in their wood yards. Who else do I have? I've got Dan at the York Woods. We hung out with them. My previous episode, I talked about the wood cutting that we did with Dan at his camp in Versailles, Ohio. So I've got his sticker over there. These guys are all in great company. I've got my new Ken's Cut sticker here that I unveiled at the Hoosier event. So I wanted to add one of those to the freezer. Met plenty of other great guys that I have their stickers. I got to meet them in person. I got to meet Alan from Club Dora. Who else did I get to meet in person? Trying to think from who's up here. Got to see Jay at Premier Iowa Tree Surgeon. He was there with his skid steer. He was helping out. Trying to think. That's about it, guys, that I can think of off the top of my head. Willie was there from Willie's Firewood with Kevin. Um, Will Wolcott was there with us. He's just off the camera there up top. I went out with Jack from Log Cabin Firewood. We hung out for 4 days with Will, and then we met up with Dan, so that was fun. So I just wanted to share those few new stickers and wrap up this intro here. So as I said, the first segment you're going to see is Will's 1222 coming off the trailer, and then there'll be other snippets from the wood cutting day. We'll have snippets of the log splitting day. Saturday was soggy. It was wet. I was fortunate enough to win one of the raffles, so I came home with a jug of bar oil from Steel and some fuel and some other great goodies and tons of stickers. So it was a great cause, a great event. It was my first time. I had a blast, and I'm looking forward to getting back out there next April. So stick around. We'll get right into the video. Thanks, guys. All right, guys. So I just played back my intro, and I realized that you really couldn't make out the stickers very well. So I want to do a quick shout out again, do a quick close-up. There's the York Woods. There's Twin Rivers right there. Twin Rivers Wood Products. That's the group from Middle Tennessee that I was talking about. Sacred Heart stickers, magnets. My daughter committed to Sacred Heart for September. She wants to be a doctor of physical therapy, so of course I wanted to shout her out. There's the Hoosier Firewood sticker for 2025. Ken's Cuts new sticker. I unveiled these at the event. Logger Jason, got to meet him in person in the backyard with Dell. Heath and Rachel were there. I already had their sticker. Russ, Willie, and Kevin were there from Willie's Firewood. I got to meet Ted and Sherry in person, hug them and shake their hand. And let's see. Firewood fella, that was Tyler. I'm sorry, Tyler. I am scatterbrained here today. And there's Jack's sticker, Log Cabin Firewood. That's his old sticker. There's his new sticker. Got to see Jay again. He was there from Iowa with his skid steer helping out. Who else was there? I want to shout these guys out. Don't want to miss anybody. Alan from Club Dora. He drove 18 hours to come down from Minnesota. Brought his picarone and some gloves to help out. Jeremiah and Amanda. Got to meet them in person. They're from Wisconsin. They were there with their Wolf Ridge machine. Trying to remember who else was there that I can give a shout out. I guess that's basically it, guys. So the first segment is going to be unloading Will Wolcott's 1222. So stick around. We're going to get right into the video. Thanks, guys. Just had a special arrival. Wolf Ridge, Bob Nelson just showed up. 24-foot conveyor, a vertical splitter, a couple horizontal machines, and a yellow skid steer splitter. 3 horizontal machines, a vertical machine. Absolutely insane. And And then right behind him is Mark Joannis from Easton Made Forestry Link. He's got a trailer load, so we'll go check that out next. Absolutely amazing, the representation here. So Mark's here with his load. Their saw is running. I don't know how well the audio is going to come out, but they towed in the new Easton Made Evo processor. They've got a grapple attachment on the bed of the truck. The new Easton Made Axis 23 horse twin cylinder EFI motor. This is what we call the Axis 2.0. And then on the far side, laying flat on that skid, is an MS324 skid steer attachment and a conveyor. There's actually a conveyor on there too, I just spotted. So guys, check out this setup. This is the way you get production done. Jack's got his 916 on the far side. Will Wolcott's got his 1222 over here. And another gentleman brought his 1222 and the Wolfridge FC24. So we're gonna have 3 machines feeding this conveyor with grizzly bars up there and a plastic tray to catch the scrap. And then we'll be dumping off into a dump trailer. And that's how we're gonna fill this trailer. We'll probably have that sucker full in like half an hour. The saws are running, it's a little bit noisy. But I just want to get some quick video before things get crazy. There's Jeremiah running his rapid split, his resplit. Russ Willie with his all wood, muscle wood. He's got a crew of people loading up the log lift table. There's Keith up there. Chris Carlson from In the Wood Yard, he's videoing. Saturday morning, guys, all the wood's been bucked up. Canopies are set, machines are running. That's the first station. This is the second station. We've got 2 Easton Made 1222s and Jack's 916 under here, feeding the Wolfridge conveyor. They haven't been running very long at all. There's Todd. Todd's outside again. This thing is going to load that trailer in no time flat. Here's the next station. We've got Mike from K&L. We've got his 24D over there. His Easton Made Ultra and his SDK 24. They haven't started these ones up yet. This is the third station. Absolutely amazing how much wood has been bucked up on Friday. We got everything bucked up. It's overcast, a little misty, but we're hoping that we don't get too wet here today. Wolfridge just got their FC24 here. A vertical machine, the VS17, and I believe that's the 35 SHO over there. That's Evan, that's Todd's son from Todd's Outside Again, and another one of the volunteers is here. This gentleman's interested in buying a machine, so he's checking everything out. Absolutely insane, the amount of firepower here today, the amount of equipment that's here. That's another all-wood machine, another pile of rounds, and then we've got a couple Easton-made axes here. This monster's been modified. The stock exhaust has been taken off. They added a new muffler. There was a flapper on there yesterday to keep the rain out. I guess they switched it. I don't know who owns this machine, but this is the original axis. There's an axis with a conveyor. And another brand new axis. This one just came in from Ontario, brand new. I believe this gentleman is the owner of this machine, and he's over here playing around. This is the 23 horse EFI Vanguard. It's got an oil cooler, ridiculous cycle time. And as soon as they can get a dump trailer set up over here, I think they're bringing one in right now, so let me get out of the way. They're gonna use a dump body, or they're gonna bring in a dump trailer and run everything in. Well, they're actually hand bombing it into this trailer over here. This guy's got a beautiful pile of wood to work with. This is all freaking black walnut. Beautiful stuff. It's all walnut, this entire load. And then the guys from Split Fire are here. They're playing around. They brought their entire product line of Split Fire 1165s. There's a horizontal machine that they made back there. There's a 2265. That guy runs both directions and splits both ways, literally. He's got a log lift. Another one with a log lift. 3490. That one appears to split both ways as well. Very cool. Alright guys, now I'm going to take you into Processor Central. Wait till you guys see this. Mark Joannis from Easton brought this Evo down yesterday. I believe that's Mike, the guy with the black hoodie, the black beanie. I believe that's his machine. And they're setting up the live deck. They're going to run this stuff right into this little conveyor, this little trailer. Oh, it's actually Chris. Chris brought his little N&N dump trailer. Brought it down from Wisconsin to use. It's got the double drop tail, swing gate. It's beautiful. They're getting ready to load up this live deck. 2 loads of logs. Donated by Alan at Timber Cutter Patriot. He had this stuff all sent in. And then over here, I can't wait to see this sucker run. These guys have a homemade wood processor and a live deck. In-feed table. I believe it's a bar saw. Yep, got a bar saw. He's got a swivel chair. running the wood through, cuts it off, splits it, sends it up the chute. I think I'm here at the right time, guys. Adjustable wedge. It's cranking up the diesel. Got the conveyor going. Ships are flying. Go, guys. Live deck from behind. Alright guys, this machine just showed up, I believe last night after we left. This is a Typhoon trailer mounted processing center. RCA Pro 500. Live deck, in feed, run through the machine. Self-contained package. Belt conveyor. Pretty freaking cool. There's Logger Jason over there taking some video footage. There's Russ Willie from Willie's Firewood. He's walking around getting video as well. Everybody's just kind of checking out all the equipment. I'll get back to you guys when we get back over to the center where I'm going to work with Jack and Will. So we'll be back to you in a minute. Evan's in the truck, guys, and he's got a remote controller. He clicked a button, and here we go. Time for the big dump. right, guys, that's going to about do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. I'm doing my closing in the kitchen. As I said to you before, it's a soggy, wet mess outside. So I took advantage of the bad weather and I put together some homemade fire starters. These are the food grade ones that I do. Got about 5 or 6 dozen made up here with the wood chips that I had that are ready to go. And while I was getting these ready and filling up the cups and melting the wax, I'm actually just about out of wax too. So I'll be hitting up the supplier for more food grade wax. And while I was getting this ready, I used my modified impromptu kiln, which is AKA the wife's oven, to put together a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket of chips. And they're cooling off right now. Let me show you what we got going on. I use my wife's Pyrex dishes while she's off at the store. And I use the gas oven to kiln dry all of these chips so that when I put them in the cups, I know they're dry, and I keep them in buckets and garbage cans outside. I brought some of them in. They felt damp just because of the bad weather. So I ran about 7 Pyrex dishes, as you can see here, of chips through the oven. They're cooling off, and the dishes are about ready to handle. I'll dump them in the 5-gallon bucket, throw the lid on, keep them dry, and they'll be ready for the next batch as soon as the soy wax arrives. But that's about going to do it. Like I said, guys, thanks a lot for watching to the end. If you like this kind of stuff, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure that you are still subscribed. I know YouTube's been kicking people off of channels for whatever reason. And drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think of the Hoosier event. If you were there, it was great to see you. I'm going to do my best to list the YouTubers in the show notes that were at the event in no particular order. I've got a list going in my head. I'm going to do the final edits this evening, and this video will air in the morning. So we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks a lot. Take care. We'll see you in a week.